Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It's Wednesday, Okuma Wednesday, and we're talking fishing, we're talking lobster fishing, we're talking tackle, we're talking all kinds of stuff with my good buddy, Captain Al Clowers. Welcome to the show, Al.
Thanks for having me, Dave. Another day on the show.
Yeah, it's always fun to be here.
It's always good to talk about fishing.
Yep, and share our experience, strength, and hope with others. So hopefully they can recover from fishing.
Right? I'm sure there's plenty of hoarders out there with fishing addiction.
Oh my goodness. For sure. I get lots of them commenting on our videos every day, Al. There's so many people that just absolutely love what we get to do for a living every single day.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not. Sometimes in the winter, it's not peaches and cream. That's for sure. It's not easy.
No,
but I haven't worked a day in my life in a long time. I guess that's what they say anyway.
Oh yeah. If they only knew, right?
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about freedom.
Yep. So what you were just telling me that the big bonita made a celebrity appearance down in San Diego. What's up with that?
Yeah, well, it's legit. I mean, there's bonita on the North Nine all the way down through the island chain right now. One of my other charter captain buddies just called me, and he was out there yesterday, and he said it was ridiculous. He had a family with some kids on board and just put out the little jet heads, and they smoked them. And they're all the medium to big size.
Oh my God! Well, that's what I grew up running sport boats back in the day in the 70s and 80s. We would get out there, throw the albacore feathers in the water, or throw some jap heads in the water and troll around at 6-7 knots.
Yeah,
hook up, scoop a bait, and oh my God, they'd come to the corner. They'd eat the paint off the boat. I'm excited that they're there. That's kind of good news for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely, half-day hero right now on that stuff. Anybody want to go bonita fishing? Let's go.
And those big ones, oh my God, you bake them? Oh, God, that's insane. It's like the best tuna fish sandwiches in the world.
Yeah, and sashimi is very good. And poke is very good with that stuff.
Yeah, you put it in the freezer for about a half hour and let it get firmed up. Then thinly chop it up, and some soy sauce and some wasabi on a little bit of rice. Oh my gosh, you're talking my language right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's top. It's top. Talk to Tommy Gomez about it. It's top shelf stuff. It just doesn't freeze very well. So only keep what you can eat.
Right. Well, that's the thing is most people don't understand. Bonita is a phenomenal fish if it's kept right. Nowadays, the way we take care of our fish is pretty much uncomparable to the old days and the gunny sack and the sun. And that's not the same bonita anymore, gang. If you take care of them, if you bleed them, you spike them in the head and then bleed them out and then put those fillets on some ice. Oh my gosh, there's nothing better, right?
No, it's really good. My wife loves it when I bring that stuff home.
And gang, if you haven't been on, well, most people haven't because they haven't been around for so long. But if you get out there, like Al said, around the lower nine, maybe they're on the upper nine, I don't know. But you get out there and troll around, you don't even see a sign usually. You don't see a fish. You don't see breaking fish. You don't see, but they'll climb on those jigs and then you throw a little bait. Oh my God, it's so insane. Those things pull hard too, right, Al?
Oh yeah. It's a lot of fun, even for me or the kids or the families. A lot of my little half days are families with kids and moms and stuff and grandpas. It's right up the alley.
And I'll bet
3 of those rods go off and they're hooting and hollering.
I'll bet if that stuff's down there, that stuff's up in Dana Point too. It's just nobody kind of goes out there and puts the feathers in the water, so you don't really know if the fish is there or not.
Yeah, the half-day boats, the open party half-day boats, been whacking on them up there on the Nine when they're rock cod fishing. And yeah, from what I know, they're anywhere from above the upper 9 all the way down to the island chain right now.
So yeah, they would be probably somewhere off of Dana Point, Oceanside Harbor. There would be some fish out there in the 100 fathom curve. Get out there in 100 fathoms, 600 feet of water, throw the feathers in the water and troll around. I'm being told that the water is absolutely purple too. You get offshore a couple miles and the water is so clean right now. It's incredible.
It's still like 65, 67.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So what
I heard a little rumor about some 10-pound yellows on kelps outside the islands as well.
You just got to go looking. That's nice to have those bonita in the mix so you can go offshore and look around, right?
Right. Yeah. I like throwing this little black and red jet head, man. They love that thing.
Whatever it takes to get a bite, right?
Oh yeah. You got to get out there to get a bite. Can't catch them from the couch. Yeah, I might take the grandkids out there on Sunday. I'm not sure yet. See how it goes.
So Daniel's asking, what's the deal with those fish? You got to eat them within a day or two. Yeah, but if you take good care of them, eat them in a day or two. If you don't keep them on ice, you don't take care of them, you don't bleed them, you don't fillet them real quick and all that stuff, you're just going to have a bucket of mush. I understand a lot of people have bad things to say about bonita, but if you take care of them, they will take care of you and your family, Daniel. You just got to take care of them.
Yeah, if you listen to a lot of the people talk a lot of trash about the bonita, but if you never tried it, catch a couple, bleed them, stick them on ice, keep them nice and cool, get them home, fillet them, stick the fillet in the freezer for 40 minutes or so, and then slice that stuff and then eat it raw. You'll be tripping. Same with barracuda. People talk all kinds of trash about barracuda. I barbecue those things. They're moist, so I barbecue them well done. Those things are good, man. I don't care what anybody says about that stuff, but it's good.
Well, yeah, the sport fishing industry back in the day, we used to be able to sell fish, and there was a ton of people making a ton of money on barracuda. Everybody wanted to eat them. I know different times, different culture, but I'll tell you, back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, that was the go-to fish, boy. Everybody wanted barracuda. Everybody wanted bonita. You can't find 10 people now that will take a barracuda or bonita off your hands, huh?
No, not unless it's a certain ethnical group, they will, though.
Right. Well, everybody got spoiled. And another thing, everybody got spoiled out catching big bluefin. I just want a big bluefin. I just want a big bluefin. Well, that's cool if you just want a big bluefin. Anybody can catch bluefin. That's not hard. I mean, go out there and throw a kite up and a dead flying fish underneath the kite. Oh boy, catch. It's like bobber fishing. It's pretty easy. You go out there and catch some of them big bonita, boy, or you go catch a real calico bass, or you go catch a sea bass, then you're a fisherman.
Yeah, different folks for different types of fishing.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I like to do it all myself, you know?
Well, yeah, whatever the people want to charter the boat for, which is really weird nowadays because we can't even get a boat off the dock.
Right? That's craziness. Yeah, I threw 10% discount out there and it's crickets. You know? So let's talk about that guide on your boat, Christmas gift card. So
Right.
I can guide on your boat. I have these. I don't have them on my site right now, but I'm going to call the webmaster after this show and get them up there. It's $800, which is $200 discount for a guide trip on your boat, whether it's anywhere in the bay, offshore, whatever. So
That's insane.
If you want me to come on your boat, get one of those gift certificates, you can call me direct on my phone number, 619-800-3474, and it's good for the whole 2026 season. So you might want to jump on that because after the first of the year, there's not going to be any more discounts.
That's a phenomenal discount. You think about these guys that are running. There's so many people nowadays going out with people on their boats without a guide license, without proper paperwork, without all that, and they're charging $3,000-$4,000. They don't know what they're doing, but they're gonna take you and your buddies out on your boat and teach you what they don't know. And we got Captain Al Clowers right here willing to go with you on your boat for $800 for a day. That's incredible. That's like making that's less than you pay your gardener. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't do it very often, so this is a really good chance for you to get me on your boat. I got 2 boats I got to worry about my own, but I'll go on your boat if you buy one of those gift cards.
So look, we're gonna throw Captain Al's QR code up on the screen, and you can get out there fishing. Get him on your boat, gang, and he can show you what he's learned over all these years of fishing for a living. He's going to turn you on to every single thing. He knows how to use all the electronics. He knows how to dial your boat in so the next time you go out fishing with your friends, you're successful. I mean, I made a living doing this for 20 plus years, being your saltwater guide, going with you on your boat, teaching you what I knew, which really isn't even much. Guy like Captain Al knows way more than I ever will. Go with you on your boat, teach you all the ins and outs and tricks for $800. Come on, you guys got to jump on this. It's Christmas. If somebody's out there and you're like, I don't know what to get my mom or my dad for Christmas, or I don't know what to get my spouse, I'll tell you what, you let them spend a day with Captain Al Clowers on their boat. That's a pretty good gift, right, Al?
Oh, yeah. It's a great gift because it doesn't come up very often.
He's willing to come with you, and that's not what he does. He owns a couple of boats. He's very, very busy keeping his family and everybody out on the water catching fish. He's willing to come with you, take a day off of his busy schedule. Take advantage of it, gang. Take advantage of it. Get out there with Captain Al Clowers. Spend the money to learn what I would be if I owned a private boat down in San Diego and there was an opportunity to take Captain Al Clowers with me fishing the bay. Oh my God. That would be insane because that back bay stuff is absolutely mind-boggling. I never had so much fun in all my life when I went down there fishing with you the very first time a couple of years ago. Jeez Louise.
Right.
I just wanted to see a bonefish. And I know you guys, they're only like 13, 14 inches long. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, you put it on 4-pound, on an ultralight spinning rod on 4-pound, and those things hit like a truck. They're going 100 miles. Al told me they're going to go 100 miles an hour when you get down. Like, really? We're in 6 feet of water. How spectacular can it be? It was absolutely spectacular. I think I caught 13 that day, the very first time I went. The next day, Brian went out there, and he doesn't even know how many he caught. He caught so many. It was insane, Al. I thank you very, very much for that. But you're willing to go with them on their boat and teach them the back bay, right?
Yeah. Anything they want to learn, from offshore fishing, island fishing, lobster fishing, bay fishing, whatever you want to learn. And then if you want to book a guide trip in the lake, that too. I got it all covered.
Well, what I always tried to tell everybody when I was doing the guide thing, and I did it for a very long time, anybody can find a kelp patty. Anybody. To waste Captain Al's talent, I mean, he'll go with you. Don't get me wrong. He'll go with you offshore. But what a waste of talent. Because the offshore thing happens for about a month or two every year. But that back bay or that Coronado Islands or Point Loma kelp or one of those, that's year round. You can go out to Point Loma and catch fish year round. You go down to the Coronados, Captain Al takes you out there and you give him a couple of your rockfish spots. Nobody gives them the rockfish spots. That's crazy, gang. Tell
Oh,
them you want to fish for lingcod.
yeah. Right? I do have some lingcod spots, that's for sure.
He gets on your boat. The guide service thing's kind of cool because we get on your boat, and if we look at your boat and you got the rods, that's fine. But if you don't, Al, myself, we always got a couple of rods in the car we'll bring just to make sure you're going to catch something. We got hooks, we got sinkers, we got everything you need when we show up. And you can make sure that your boat's equipped for every time you go out there. So the next time you go out, you've got a really good chance of catching some fish if you just do what Al did the one time he came with you, right?
Absolutely.
And then
Absolutely.
would you guide someone lobsters too?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So you mean that spot where you caught Lisa, the 11 pounder? You take us to that spot?
Yeah, if they're lucky. If I'm feeling it, I'll take them there.
Wow, that's pretty insane. You guys, I don't know. It seems like a good deal to me, but what do I know? You probably want one of those other guys that doesn't have a guide license and don't have any kind of skills or technology, charge you $2,000 or $3,000 to go out with you on your boat. That's probably who you want. You don't want Al with a guide license, proper licensing, and all good safety. That's incredible, Al. Can you teach us all about our boat too? Make sure we got what we need when we go out the next time.
Oh yeah, we can go over gear, we can go over operation, we can go over safety, we can go over maintenance, we can go over everything.
Killer.
A lot of times when I do them too, like more on the yacht, well, any boat, but they're always asking me for connections for mechanics, right? So
Right.
they get the right connections for the mechanics and all that stuff.
That's pretty damn cool.
It's only been about 50 years I've been dealing, maybe no more than that. 55 years I've been dealing with boats.
Isn't that insane that we're the old guys?
Yeah. And a lot of things have happened over those 55 years, trust me. A lot of the learning and the knowledge that guys like me and Dave have is from living it, you know?
Right. Day in and day out, making this stuff happen so we
Oh
can have
yeah.
a day for our family and friends.
Yep, there's a lot to know, especially all the stuff that I have my hands in, anywhere from high level bass fishing at the lake, high level bay fishing, offshore fishing, islands fishing, kelp bed fishing, lobster fishing. Put that in your head and try to put your mind around all that, being on the top level of all that stuff, trying to put all that stuff together. What you got to have, it's crazy what I have accumulated over the years to be able to do each trip successfully with the right gear.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for that. And to have your skill on the boat so you can ask any question you want. You got Al with you on the boat. This is a pretty awesome opportunity, gang, to get a guy with Al's level of skill and level of what do I want to call it? The level of the connections. And then as this goes forward and as you move along in life, you can call Al anytime you want and ask him questions about your boat and stuff after you've hired him for a guide trip. It's just pretty insane. I don't know what would be a better Christmas present for someone that you have to have a boat though to do
Right.
that. You gotta have
last
a boat.
last season I did a couple. During the off season I did a couple, like a lot of guys with the bigger yachts are scared. They just accumulated it, or mostly just accumulated it and spin in the slip, and they don't have the confidence to pull it out of the slip. So I did a few of those last season, and by the time we were done, he was bringing that thing in there like a champ. Anywhere from that to fishing.
Yeah, that's another thing, gang, that dock. You own a private boat. I don't care if it's 30 feet or if it's 800 feet. The dock is the scariest thing in the world. You're just terrified to come into that dock, boy. That is a very, very scary thing. And Al can make you feel very confident when he's standing there next to you teaching you how to dock the boat, which is part of the deal you get with the guide service, right?
Absolutely. Yep. And it's a big deal to a lot of yacht owners, new yacht owners, right? That's one of the main pet peeves is, man, I need to get proficient at pulling this boat in and out of the slip. And once you do it, or you stand next to me while I do it, after a while, you're good to go. Some of the slips are really tight, The last one I did, I had to pull the boat out forward. And then as soon as the stern passed the little finger, I had to turn that thing and stick it in reverse and back out that aisle. There was no other way to do it because he was one boat next to the end, you know what I mean? So he couldn't. It was a 50-footer, so we didn't have enough room to turn it. But he's got it dialed in now. He sends me pictures and texts and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible how just a few little pointers can change the man or the woman. It can change everything they do with boating. Hey, I just want to show you guys real quick something that Al and I have on our boats all the time, and we talk about it every Wednesday. We had John Bretz on here last Wednesday. The Okuma products are second to none, and I want to show you this video real quick of these Catalina rods. These things are incredible. We got a bunch on Al's boat. We got a bunch on Justin's boat. Check them out.
Hey guys, this is John Bretz with Okuma Fishing Tackle. What we have here is a new Catalina rod series. This is new saltwater series. We're doing 5 different models, all going to be 7.5 foot lengths. We're going to do a medium heavy, and heavy live bait rod. A lot of versatility with that rod. And we're going to do 2 rail rods, a 2XH and a 3XH model. You'll notice the foregrips are EVA on all of the rods. The rail rods are going to have a shrink tube rear grip with a machined aluminum gimbal. And then when you look at the live bait rods, those will have an EVA with a rubber end cap. As far as a guide configuration goes, we're going to have stainless steel welded guides on the live bait rods. And those will also be bridge guides, so it's extremely durable. This is the type of guide that you want for ultimate durability. And then for the rail rods, we have stainless steel C-guide frames with zirconium inserts. So not only do you have that deep pressed frame design to protect the insert, you also have zirconium, which is going to be optimized for braided line fishing. This is just an incredible rod. The rod blank itself is 24-ton carbon fiber, so it's going to be lightweight and extremely durable. And then we equipped all these rods with our UFR tip technology. That's going to give you over 3 times the lifting power. So if you're in a situation where you don't want a high stick, but you actually have a fish that runs under the boat, it's going to help protect and make that rod that much more durable. As far as the reel seats go on the live bait rods, they're all going to have Fuji reel seats, but depending on the model, it'll either be the DPS Fuji reel seat or the heavy duty graphite Fuji reel seat. So great componentry. When you get to the rail rod, you're going to have a machined aluminum Okuma reel seat, 2-toned anodized. Just looks amazing and give you amazing performance. These are rods that I'd put on my boat and I'd fish on any trip. Amazing new introduction in addition to the Okuma product line, the Catalina rod series. If you want to find out more information, check it out at a retailer near you or on okumafishingusa.com.
Those are incredible rods, right, Al?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're super light and super durable.
And when guys like me and Al, we've taken out a lot of people all the time. It's kind of important to have a rod that stands up to the test of people banging it all over the place and fishing hard every single day. And those rods seem to withstand a pounding. That's for damn sure. And they're lightweight.
Yeah, my gear takes a pounding, that's for sure. It gets used, washed down, put away, used, washed down, put away. Broken stuff goes in the bucket. End of the year, it all gets fixed.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to get out, Jason, soon. The fish are biting. There's no reason to not go fishing. Even when it's cold and windy, the fish are still biting. They got to eat, right, Al?
Yeah, and the table's set. They're out there. Might not be your big bluefin, but it's a lot of fun catching them bonita. And then you just roll up to the rock cod zone and catch some big old reds. You know?
Oh boy. Yeah, speaking of that, we got less than a month of rock cod season, then we got to wait. So think about this, gang. You get out there on the rock cod grounds in Southern California, it's going to be over in 3 weeks. But hey, not in Captain Al's world.
Nope.
It's year round, baby. He's got Mexico. Plus, for the $800 to take you out on, will you teach us about Mexico too?
Oh yeah.
How do we get all those permits and all that stuff you got to have? I mean, for the average guy going down to the Coronados, it's kind of scary, right? Because you got to have all these weird permits, and they want to know which child has gray hair and blue hair and orange hair and what day were they born and all that stuff. We don't know all those rules, but Al, he's down there every day. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, it's a little chore if you're a boat owner to get everything, but it's totally obtainable. You just got to do it the right way. It's great if you know Spanish.
Yeah, Jason Cutter, we had fun in the bay with Al, didn't we? That was incredible that day. Me and you went fishing with Captain Al. That was so fun.
We got a moon coming up right now. It's like 3/4, maybe 7/8 full right now on the tides. I haven't looked at the tides, but just by looking at the moon, I know the tides are going to be screaming this weekend. So bay fishing should be off the hook.
Yeah, I've driven a lot of boats that made me nervous over the years, Matt. I've driven a lot of boats, but Al, talk about what that moon, what are you talking about? What does that mean? See, this is stuff you're going to learn when you go with Captain Al.
Well, the moon produces high and low tides, especially this time of year. I'm not a big moon phase. I don't dig into that too much, but I know when the moon's getting full, the tides get over 5 to 6 foot. And if they're 5 to 6 foot in the bay, things are going to be chomping.
And why is that? Come on, tell us a little tiny bit about it. What's up with that?
Because when the tide moves, everything else moves. The fish get active because everything on the bottom is rolling around. The bait gets in ambush spots, and everything gets exposed on the bottom of the bay. So, that I'm not even sponsored by them, but that gulp bait is incredible in the bay, in the deep channels, because once the tide starts moving, all that silt gets washing around, all the ghost shrimp, all the razorback clams, that stuff is exposed and the fish eat. Once the tide stops to slow down, everything else slows down and stops and get covered back up, and then the fish just hang out. You can still catch a few at a slack tide, but when the tide's moving, everything's active in the bay. And them sand bass are really keen to higher moving tides. They like to bite on a 4-foot tide or bigger.
Okay. There's some secrets right there he's giving out to you guys. And it's super imperative that you have tides in the bay, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or you're not going to get bit. If you go out fishing on a slack tide, gang, you can pretty much... Well,
it's tougher, but I got to figure it out.
You might catch a halibut.
Yeah, lately on slack tide, if we have more slack than moving tide on a trip, I've been going. It depends on what kind of bait they got at the bait bars, but I've been going over and getting chovy, or if they have small sardines, and pulling up to these super shallow grassy flats and fly lining them and just smashing the big spotties and Corvina up till probably now, but it's getting too cold for the Corvina. But live bait, fly lining, small baits in the eel grass works great on slack tide.
I just noticed you're wearing a down jacket. I got the air conditioner on here.
It's cold over here. My garage is probably 60 right now.
Unbelievable. We had some incredible fishing 2 days ago with Ron and I out with Casey on Pacudo charters. Oh my gosh. You want to talk about foamers? We had foaming marlin 8 miles from the dock.
Nice.
Foaming marlin. There was a time where all four of us were hooked up. The two deckhands, Ron and I, and we're all hooked up to marlin. And gosh, we caught as many marlin as we wanted. We caught dorado, we caught roosterfish, we caught Sierra mackerel, and we were back at the dock at 1:30.
That's cool.
It was way cool. It was
It's always cool to see all the marlin swimming around them.
Yeah, people don't understand it, but we got time of year where they're down here just foaming on the bait balls. They're down here spawning. They come in. This year the fish, they've been 50, 60 miles up the coast, but this year that volume of fish has slid down here into the Cabo area, just off the lighthouse. It's just an absolute smoke show, gang. If you've never seen it before, it's hard to describe to people, but yes, these foamers that you saw a bluefin the last 4 or 5 years, that's what these marlin are doing. These are foaming. There's 200 or 300 marlin on a bait ball, and they're just tearing it to shreds. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. You got to see it once in your life if you haven't.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It is. It's something to see, I'll tell you.
Catching marlin on a popper on a long rod, huh?
Yeah, I caught mine on a I know you guys are going to think I'm out of my mind, but I caught it on a Catalina rod with a Tesoro 5, that little skinny reel that I fished Daniel Rubin's ReelQuick products with. But I was fishing it on a Catalina rod, 65-pound or a 65-pound braid, 50-pound fluorocarbon, and a circle hook. And I was catching them. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
You do not need this big giant gear to catch a striped marlin. I just tell you that.
Right? That's pretty wild.
Pretty incredible.
Where's old Lisa at? Is she on here?
I don't see her. I do not see her.
She put up some pretty cool posts about that trip.
Yeah, well, that was pretty spectacular, seeing that 11-pound lobster come over the rail. That was pretty cool. What do we got here?
And Bob got him a big one, too.
Yeah. No, not 11-pounder. Is that 11-pounder? I don't know. Is that your boat, Al?
No.
Oh. Let me see if I might have a picture of that thing. I don't know. Talk about it.
Well, Lisa was chomping at the bit to get down here, and she had a family outing where they were staying at the KOA down the street from my house for like a week. So she rallied up the troops, which was really cool. I appreciate the support. And we just went on a standard lobster trip that started off really slow. The first 2 pulls were pretty much Zippo. And I was just about ready to move, but I knew that the bugs were crawling. There was just too many bugs there. So we stayed, and the 3rd pull started producing. Bob got his 8.5, and then Lisa pulls up that 11-pounder. And we ended up with 17 total for the night. Stayed a little overtime. But, yeah, it was super cool. For somebody like her, for that to happen is just pretty magical, you know?
Yeah, it was. Couldn't happen to a better person. She goes out all the time. First time she went out with you, though. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
She's out there all the time with Justin. It's pretty incredible that you were able to put her on that giant lobster.
Yeah, that's the biggest one I've ever seen myself, too. There's some big ones in San Diego Bay, but you don't run into them very often. Not like up there in LA.
No, but that was a damn nice lobster. My gosh, I'm trying to find the picture of it.
Yeah, I told her to send that thing to Seawolf. You might not see another one for a long time.
Right?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get a good picture of it right here. Yeah. Yeah.
There she is. She was so pumped. That made her whole year. She was so fired up. It was cool.
Hell yeah. Well, it was a great lobster. It was spectacular.
That's what we do. That's what I live for, doing these trips when people catch, their best fish or have their best time, or the kids, or the lobster trip or whatever, that's what keeps me going.
Absolutely. Yep. And then you got all these people that are haters that are like, oh, it's not. Well, it was weighed on a certified scale, so it is what it is. Just like Kelly's lobster, that 18 3/4 pounder. A lot of people saying that's not what it was, but the aquarium of Long Beach said it was, so that's all I got to go by.
Yep. That thing was monstrous. The pictures don't do it no justice.
No, that 11 pounder was absolutely spectacular. I'm trying to load the picture here, Al, while we're talking, so just keep it going.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what everybody's doing, but that gift card for the guide trip's cool. And then I have a 10% discount on all my trips. It's going to last through the end of January. Once January goes by, there's not going to be any more discounts. So you can book a bay trip, lobster trip, island trip, half day bonita trip. All that stuff is 10% discount right now. Even on the full day offshore, it's 10% discount. That's $300 off.
Wow.
And I've been doing this for about a month now, and I haven't had anybody call me about the discount. So if it doesn't happen for a couple more weeks, I might as well just take it off.
Pretty sad
Right?
that no one's taking advantage of it. The rest, they'd rather go out with the illegal charters.
And the cool thing about it, the weather's been epic. No wind. Sure, it's a little chilly in the morning, but at 9 o'clock, it's nice. 9 to 2 or whatever.
There's that lobster.
Oh, there you go.
That's a beautiful picture, man. Takes
Yes.
up the whole screen. There was a big one in San Diego.
There was. I know of a 16 and a couple 12s and that 11. 16 was caught like 20 years ago, though.
It's kind of funny, but people are always, you threw it back, right? Yeah, right into boiling hot water.
Well, she took it to KOA and walked around the KOA with it for a couple of days first, I think.
Took him for a walk, like walking the dog.
Yeah, she had the whole camp tripping.
I bet. They couldn't believe that.
Yeah, the legs on that thing were like an solid inch fat.
People can't believe there's actual lobsters living inside the bay right there that are that big. Because if you listen to the government, there's nothing alive anywhere in the harbors or anywhere.
Right?
So it's absolutely incredible. Well, what else? Those big bonita biting in San Diego, gang. It's going to be a great report this weekend. Captain Al and I and Justin will put together some phenomenal game plans for you. You got to get out there on the water and go fishing this weekend. It's going to be an incredible weekend, whether you're going with Al, you're going with Justin, or you're going out on your own private boat. You got to get out there, right?
Absolutely. Sure do. It's going to be a great weekend.
There's nothing to wait for unless you only like to catch tuna. Then just wait. Just keep paying your boat storage fee and the rental of the dock and all that stuff. And in 4 or 5 months, you can go fishing again.
Yeah, the sheephead bite's been really good too down at the islands on shrimp.
Oh,
Big
cool.
10 pounders, 8-10 pounders been eaten down there.
And my sister tells me the sheephead are going to be open this year all year.
Oh, really?
They're not closing them up here.
So
that's a good thing. Poor little sheephead will take a pounding this winter. Nothing else.
Right?
So everybody will be sheephead fishing.
That's if they can get out and go fishing.
And then they'll have success fishing for those, and then they'll figure out how to close it.
Right.
What else you got to talk about, Al?
We can talk about these yo-yo jigs. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, let's see them. Ron just made you a nice mold for those. Check it out, gang. Anybody got any questions for Al or me? And you guys want to leave a question over on the side? Feel free.
Right? Ask some questions. Talk it up. So these are my custom-made yo-yo jigs right here. Scrambled egg. I don't know if you can see it very good. There's no hooks or rings on them yet, but there will be. And this is the mint.
Here, I'm going to open this whole screen up. There you go.
And the mint right here. And then this is the blue and white. And they have a concave. I came across these when I used to go to LA Bay with all the firemen. And we used to just rattle can them, white and blue. They would have big drips on them and everything. And we catch hundreds and hundreds of yellowtail on these things down there. So I got a hold of one of the lures. Nobody could find the mold. So I made my own little mold at first. And then Ron says, man, I got a CNC guy that can make us a real mold. So thanks to Ron, we got a CNC mold made. And I spit out 40 of them the other day. So they work really good. They're like a junior size. I forget how many ounces they are, but I fished these things up to like 200 feet deep. And Bihi Asuncion, I went down there with a couple of my buddies. I've been down there about 10 times. Normally we go around Thanksgiving, but I haven't been there in a year or so. And it's straight yellowtail yo-yo fishing down there. And all I do is take these down there, and these guys have all their hot rod baits. And I had some good fishermen on the boat with me, and I smoked them on these things. So I'm going to be selling these things. They're going to be $20 a piece. And if you guys are headed to Baja or LA Bay or during the yo-yo fishing here, there's some yo-yo fish to be had at the Coronado Islands right now down on the rock pile. So if you're looking for yo-yo jigs and you want a unique yo-yo jig, you can't find these anywhere. So you want some killer, truly tested yo-yo jigs, hit me up.
And you still got any of those tubes?
Yeah, I always have tubes. I have about 20 that I made up about a month ago. One of the guys that were on the lobster trip with us the other night said he's going to buy 4 of them.
Those things change I mean, John Stanley started putting those things out about 10 years ago. He just absolutely slays the fish everywhere he goes because of those chum tubes. It's an incredible invention, Al. Good job.
Yeah, there's one right here. Hold on a minute.
And gang, if you're looking for, we're trying to help you guys out here by these are all gifts that you can get your family or friends for Christmas. If you got a private boat, you don't have one of these chum tubes, I'm telling you, you're blowing it.
Just ask John Stanley. That's the chopper. You just put your bait in there. You don't need to chop it up. You don't need. As soon as it's a little defrosted, you stick it in there. Put the plunger in. Screw down the top. And just pump it up a little bit. Next thing you know, you got stuff, all the small microfibers going in the water. It's crazy what this thing produces. Crazy. You want to catch mackerel? You take one of these things. You want to catch calicos? You take one of these things. You want to catch sharks? You take one of these things. It's, I have them in every one of my boats, and I use them a lot. And so do a lot of other people. I don't know. I probably sold about 60 of them so far.
Yeah, they're a must-have for the private boater. I guarantee it. You watch the videos we post every once in a while. John Stanley posts so many cool videos with the chum tube and the calico bass eating the bait like right out of it on the corner of the boat. And then John Stanley catching yellowtail with that chum tube hanging off the back of the boat. He absolutely utilizes it. And then a lot of other people have been using them, but you guys aren't making me any videos. If you made me some videos, I'd post your videos too. John Stanley sends me all those videos and I post them for him. But I'm telling you, these chum tubes, if you're using one and you're getting bit, send us the video. It's an incredible invention, Alan. I'm so happy that you have them for sale. Gang, all we're doing is Captain Al's being Santa Claus right now. He's trying to help you out. You got a couple of 3 weeks left and you don't know what to get a family member or friend. There's some yo-yo irons. There's the chum
tube.
And then
I still have a whole box of maps too.
Oh, the maps. Oh yeah, talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, I have a bunch of the San Diego County maps, and I also have some Catalina maps. If you guys are looking for really cool maps, like the same maps I do the game plan on, definitely want to get your hands on those. They cover all kinds of hot spots, moorings, everything. Like this one right here. This is the Southern California map right here, and it covers San Diego offshore all the way up to SB Island.
Nice.
It's 18 pages.
There you go.
I have like I don't know, 40 of these things still. So if you guys are looking for a cool map, hit me up.
There you go. Hey, Justin, you're in the game room, huh?
They're basically a must-have.
In the game room. Check out those little, what are the Bambi and Thumper? What's going on, buddy?
Not much. This whole thing changed, huh? Weird.
What changed?
The layout?
Yeah.
Vertical?
No, just the whole restream. Huh.
What changed?
The way it's on here. It says like on air, and then there's some other things on the right.
Huh.
Weird.
It's the same as my house.
I see on air on the middle on the top, and then me, and then Dave, and then you.
Yeah, I see that. Just things on the right too are different. Strange. They must have did an update.
Huh.
Weird. Oh.
I don't know. I have to see it from somebody else's.
They're always updating. You know that.
Oh yeah.
Every day.
Justin, you got any open party trips?
So the 11th, I think Lisa's gonna do something. I think there's one spot available, possibly.
All right.
And then the 12th, and that's it for right now.
Okay. So they can get a hold of you. Right there's his phone number, gang, if you want to get out on the 11th or on the 12th. And this is another thing, like Captain Al and I were talking about. This is an opportunity. If you got someone in your family that likes to fish and you don't know what to get them for Christmas, send them out on Justin's boat. Send them out lobster fishing. Be on the live fishing show. Grandma, grandpa, dad, son, daughter, whatever. The other day when you had Cooper Borg on the boat, I mean, that kid was so fired up to be out with you. It was so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be a fisherman right there. He's gonna be a sure. Huh.
When we did that show at Bass Pro, I was like, oh my gosh, this kid's got it. He's gonna be all over it. So he got to go out on He got to go out on one of my sister's boats. Then he got to go out with you. Oh my God, the kids are just styling. Now we got to get him down to San Diego to go out with Captain Al.
Mm-hmm.
So when are you going live again? Anything? Anybody? Hello? Justin, freeze up?
Who are you talking to?
You.
Oh, I have no clue. Whenever I have a trip.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe Sunday, maybe.
All right.
They're not going to want to go live though. So.
Oh yeah, who are they?
Some of my friends.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's a possibility on Saturday afternoon I'll have a little Stringari skiff trip. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. Have those big bonita aren't up there off of Long Beach or on the way to Catalina? You haven't seen anything like that? Well, you haven't even been out. You've been killing it, huh?
Yeah, I have no clue what's going on. Members are asking me what's going on. I'm not going to lie to them. I said, I don't know. Huh? Call Dave. I have no clue what's going on.
Nice. Yeah, I'll make something up. I don't know what I'm talking about either.
Fish are fishing.
Yeah. So the 11th and the 12th. There you go, gang. If you want to get out on Justin's boat and go fishing, and Captain Al's got all kinds of stuff going on. Justin.
Yeah.
That is the next time you fish is Sunday?
Yeah.
All right. Isn't it weird? No one wants to go anymore. No one's chartering any boats. We ran so many trips last year. There's just nothing, no action this year. Nobody wants to go.
Yeah, and I've been staying close to the house. I came home 2 weeks early from the desert, and normally I'd be in Hawaii right now for a month. Might have to just do the wintertime shutdown again, take off.
It's kind of sad.
There's big barrels on the North Shore of Oahu right now that I could be watching.
You got to get out there and get some of that squid. It's thicker than snot out in front of your harbor, Justin.
Yeah, I heard about it. What's funny is there's so much squid out there that none of the bait barges have any squid.
That's pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. They got big giant sardines though.
No, they're not giant sardines. They're nice, perfect size sardines. There's some brown bait. And then one bait barge is closed for some reason. So I don't know. Weird.
Do we got any questions?
No questions?
I don't see nothing. I don't got nothing. I don't see nothing. What do you guys think? What do we got going on? Hello? Anybody? Anything?
We got a lot going on. We just covered a lot of it.
But we got nobody's going to charter a boat.
Nobody's going to charter a boat. Nobody's asking questions. What's up, Dave?
I don't know. It used to be a happening place, hanging out.
Right?
Used to be all that in a bag of chips.
Don't tell me everybody's already in Christmas mode and don't want to be fishing.
I can't even imagine what that would be like to not want to fish.
I mean, I don't know why they would go spend a bunch of money on a family dinner when they can come on a trip and have a memory of a lifetime, you know?
Did you hear about Catalina, Justin, and they want to get rid of the deers on Catalina?
That's old news. They've been trying to do that for the last 6 years.
Yeah, but this is brand new. They're saying that they're going to get rid of them. They're going to eradicate them all. I'm going to have the guy in charge of this not in charge of it, but in charge of fighting them on the show.
Yeah. Is that the guy who runs like extremely highly expensive deer hunts on Catalina? Is it that guy?
Wildlife West?
Yep, that's him.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because they want to eradicate the deers. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he's the only outfitter allowed to run guiding services on that island. No wonder that makes sense.
Yeah, that he doesn't want to get rid of the deer.
Nah.
They're saying there's 1,800 deer on Catalina Island.
Oh yeah.
That's what they're saying. That's like a deer every 20 feet. Would that be incredible?
So if that's what that guy's saying, he's wrong.
No, not him. That's what the
Because the
Catalina
wildlife biologist from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, not Fish and Game from California, but federal wildlife, says that there was 1,300. I'm looking at it right now. 1,326 possible native deer to Catalina Island.
right?
Now, if that's the case, that means that Catalina is what, 23 miles long, and at the widest point is 3 miles wide. And that's the widest point, and it only lasts for a couple miles like that.
Yeah.
So that would be around 30 to 60 deer per square mile, which is a lot of deer still.
Right.
That doesn't have anything to do with them wanting to kill the deer. The reason why they want to kill the deer is they say that the deer are eating the native plants all over the island, and there's no more native Catalina Island plants
Right.
left. So they're having to spend all this money on cultivating all these plants and then replanting them, so on and so on. Well, if those PETA pocket people want to do that, they should spend their own time instead of doing these non-profit organizations that are out there that are paying people high dollar to go out there and start planting all these plants. And then if they're going to do that, if they're going to kill off the deer, they might as well kill the fox too, because the fox isn't native either. They might as well kill the fox. And if they're going to kill the fox and the deer, they might as well kill the bison that are on there also. They're not buffalo. Buffalo are found in Africa, but they're bison. They should kill those too. They're not native. They eat the plants also. But little does that Wildlife West person say they should kill all those things. They just want to concentrate on the deer only. So they got to look at the whole big picture in the realm of things. How much plant life is the mule deer eating on Catalina Island, and how much plant life is the bison eating compared to the mule deer? If you look at both of those, the bison needs to eat, I think it's like 60 pounds of plant a day, when the mule deer needs to eat like 5 or 3 pounds. So that's what you really got to look at.
Right. Well, what they're saying is the numbers are not the numbers. If you say 1,300, the Island Conservatory says 1,800, the Fish and Wildlife says 1,300. Any of those numbers aren't real. There's no way there's that many deer on the island. That would be insane.
No, there's probably a couple hundred deer.
Yeah.
On the island, on the whole island. And there's some areas that the deer don't exist in too. And like around the actual town of Avalon, inside the town, there's no deer right there. If you go right on the outskirts, there's some deer right there, but there's not a lot. The main population of deer is centralized in the center of the island, and also over near Mike Spot area on that side.
Yeah.
Over near Two Harbors, there's about maybe 5 to 10 deer over there that I know of. I'm sure there's more, but that's what I've seen, and I can find deer pretty easily. And then there's some on the west end, up on the high spots. If you're on the west end and you're looking way up top, like if you're over near Johnson's Rock, and you're looking up to that canyon that runs up to the top right there, if you sit there in the early morning or late evening, you'll see some deer walking back and forth way up there at the tops in like the meadow areas. But yeah, there's only I guarantee there's only a couple hundred deer, maybe 300 max deer on the whole island. That's it.
And they want to eradicate them.
Yeah, they should eradicate the sea lions first.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we should eradicate.
Yeah, maybe the Fish and Game Commission first.
Yeah, it's crazy. These people are absolutely crazy. The yo-yo iron, Mike, yo-yo iron, you drop it straight down, you wind it straight up. That's how yo-yo iron's made. It's not a throw it out and retrieve it. It's a straight up and down yo-yo iron type of thing. Why they call it yo-yo is because the yo-yo goes up and down. So you just do that. A lot of guys don't understand the yo-yoing thing, but it's just drop it down, hit the bottom, wind it up three or four cranks as fast as you can, drop it back down. That's what they do all day long, catching yellows on the yo-yo iron. And Al's jigs work pretty good for that. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to add? Anything you want to talk about, Justin?
Nope.
Well, gang, tomorrow we got Tiffany and her dad on the show. We'll have a great show for you talking about building rods. I'm still blown away. You can take any rod, cut it in pieces, and rewrap it and fish with it. That just blows my mind. We're going to talk more about that tomorrow. Thank you all for joining us today. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. We got Captain Al doing his guide service. You got Captain Justin doing open party trips on the 11th and the 12th. Anybody wants to go fishing, let us know. We're all dying to get out there. We just need somebody to book a trip. Right, Al?
Yeah, absolutely. They're not going to get any cheaper. That's for sure.
Everything's going up. All right. Thank you all very